Hello again, friends, and today my daily A4, and I need to change brake rotors, ABS rings, new ball bearings, brake pads, and the caliper. I will tell you later why I need to change the caliper, because now it's working, everything's fine, but still I need to change that. And it's interesting construction in A4. When you're changing brake rotors, you also need to change bearings and ABS rings, because it's how to say, it should be like one piece. So yep. So yeah, I need to disassemble everything, and I will show you how it's gonna be. So the old brake rotors, it's about 6 millimeters, and the new one is 10 millimeters. So it's way overused. So 4 millimeters of wear, so it's not in the tolerable clearances. So yeah, we definitely need to change brake rotors, because it's dangerous maybe to drive with those ones. And the old bearings, it's maybe you can hear the sound. So it also needs to be replaced, because it makes a sound. Yep. So how to get it out? There are two 17 millimeter bolts here that holds the caliper, and this one is, it's self-explanatory. You need a screwdriver, you push it here, it goes out, then you take this one out. Inside there is a pin, you take out the pin and unscrew the nut. It's, I think, 24. So yeah. So the old brake rotor is out. Everything looks like this. It would be nice to change the new one. There is a dust guard from water for everything, but I don't have for this time. And when you take apart, it looks like this. It's kind of strange, because all the components are inside the brake rotor. ABS ring, inside you can find one small ball bearing, one a little bit bigger, this one seal, and on other Volkswagen cars it's separated. So this part is separated. You need to change only brake rotor, and here you need to change everything in one time. So it costs a little bit more and more work to do. So now I'm gonna show you how to prepare the new brake rotor. So now I need to press the new ABS ring, and these things, it's ball bearing walls, also need to press into new brake rotor. So I did this setup. Maybe I will manage to press it in. So yeah. ABS ring is now in place, and now I'm pressing those ball bearing walls. So here it is. And if you press with like this press, just don't use the old bearings to press a new one, because you are creating a grenade and you can injure yourself, or it can explode because it's from hard metal. So if you're using press, don't use the old bearing to push the new one in. And also these walls are small, so you can do it a few times. I did with hammer, so you can hammer it in, but until I have press, I will press it in. So one is here, and I need to press another side. I will show you now. So I press the small one, and you can see there is like a line, and when you press, you will feel it's all the way in, because you need to press all the way in. And there is a space. There should be no space, and those spaces, if you want to take it out, you want to just replace the ball bearing. So with a hammer and a screwdriver, you can just take it out, those ones. So I need to press it in that final one, and I need to reassemble everything when it's inside. So now we need to put grease, put new bearing, seal, and put on the axle. And also on the other side I will show. So it's already on the axle. From this side you put the new, this one is the old one, the new one is already in, and just put a lot of grease inside. I don't think so there will be too much. Yeah, it's better to have a lot of grease in there. So after that you need this one. This one is kinda like shim. Yep. And as I said, it's 24mm bolt. Yep. You put the bolt. And there is also locking pin, and this like safety mechanism that don't go off when you're driving. So you put this one on the bolt. Yeah, it goes on the bolt, and there is a hole. You align with the safety, bolt safety, put pin through the axle. Those ones you bend, and finally you put this dust guard. Here you put grease inside, and you hammer it in just a little bit. It goes quite easily. So yeah. About tightening, I will do when I feel a little bit of resistance, that it's not going easily, and then I release the bolt just a little bit, that it goes easily and it's don't have the play, and then I put those safety pins, and that's all for the work. So the brake rotor are done. Now it's time to change the brake caliper. So why I'm changing it if it works like it should? It's because it's from the Golf 4, and in the Golf 4 it sits in the left side, and you can put on the right side on the Audi. But the main difference is here, this one is from Audi, and maybe you can see the difference. It looks everything is the same connections everywhere, almost the same. But the main difference, you cannot bleed this one when it's on, because bleeding screw, as you can see, bleeding screw and the pipe that brake fluid goes, it's in the same lower part, and from the Audi it's in the upper part. You can see maybe, yeah. Here it's on the Golf it's empty, and where it's empty on the Audi, the bleeder screw is in this way. So yeah, I will put this one that belongs to the Audi, and Audi has, I don't know, this spring, and the Golf doesn't have this one. But yeah, if you cannot bleed your rear brakes, so it can be the problem of the caliper. You can technically bleed, but you need to take out the whole caliper, put it like this, that all the brake fluid is in the upper part, and then try to bleed it. But when you put it to the place, you cannot do this, because all the time that brake fluid it's in the bottom. So everything is changed, new brake pads, change the caliper, that should be in here, not from the Golf. Yeah, you know how to change now bearings, and if I didn't mention how much does it cost to change. So parts only costed me the parts. I did it myself. So for both sides, for bearings, brake pads, brake rotors, ABS rings, so for everything, it's both sides, it's about 100 euro, less or so. Yeah, so it's about 100 euro. It could be 150, it could be 80, depends which quality you buy the parts. So yeah, about 100 euro to change brake rotors on A4 B5. So yeah, that's how much it costs. But for example, if it's Volkswagen Passat or Golf, so this part is separated, you need to only change the brake rotors and brake pads, so it's much cheaper to do it. You don't need to change bearings, but it's also good that you change everything, so you don't need separately change bearings or something. So yeah, everything is in place. How to do brake pads you can find everywhere on the internet. Also, if you will change bearings, I think the brake pads is very easy job to do. So you need this one for the piston to move in, and yeah, and on those ones calipers, they are from aluminium, so they have a tendency that this brake bleeder, yeah, it goes with all the threads out, so carefully with that one. You need to heat it, and very slowly and carefully to take out and bleed the brakes. So everything is done. The opposite side is everything is the same. And if you liked this video, it was helpful, you can like and subscribe. So see you in the next video. Bye.